Well, everybody, welcome to another Let's Watch / Talk where we check out the new trailer for Movie Camera Show. Today we have the brand new official trailer for Deadpool and Wolverine. Let's check this out together and we'll talk about it after. Let's go.
I told you, you're not welcome here. You're not welcome anywhere. Now get the fuck out of my bar.
Just give me one more drink and then I'll leave.
Hi, Peanut. I'm gonna need you to come with me right now.
Look, lady, I'm not interested.
All right, well, I'm sort of on the tick-tick, so upsy daisy. Here we go. Oh, whiskey dick of the claws. It's quite common in Wolverines over 40.
You don't want this.
Unless you want to take a deep breath through your fucking forehead, I suggest you reconsider.
Oh, there he is.
I'm about to lose everything that I've ever cared about.
Not my fucking problem.
Is that what you said when your world went to shit?
Come again.
This Wolverine let down his entire world.
Want to talk about what's haunting you, or should we wait for a third act flashback?
Go fuck yourself.
It's a good line. Classic line.
I don't know anything about saving worlds, but you do.
Trust me, kid, I'm no hero.
That is a hell of a
You
shot.
were an X-Man. You were the X-Man. I am soaking wet right now.
Boys are so silly.
This is what I'm talking about. Big slow motion action sequence. Who knows if you live or die? Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
Insane. It's really insane.
Want to do some cocaine?
Hey, cocaine is the one thing that Feige said is off limits.
What about Bolivian marching
They
powder?
know all the slang terms. They have a list.
Even snowboarding?
Even disco dust.
White girl interrupted?
Even forest bump.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Yes, but I can't.
Let's fucking go. Everybody, there we go. That is the official trailer for Deadpool and Wolverine. I'm very excited to see Hugh Jackman again. And let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Are you guys excited to see Hugh Jackman reprising the role of Wolverine? And what do you guys think about the whole crazy official trailer for this film? And of course, this film releases in July. Very excited to see him again in action. Wolverine in action once again. I know we are going to see him in the sleeves and also the mask, but I feel like we're only going to see that. We're going to see that a little bit. You know, for a little bit, a good portion of it, or a big portion of the whole film will be just him, of course, without the mask and everything. So we'll see, guys. In that aspect, that's not too bad for me. But I know other people wanted to see him in his full mask and long sleeves, which we will, but I think for a little bit. But now moving on to the story, we'll talk about in a second, and of course the whole cast here. Factors, and there's gonna be a lot of cameos. This movie is gonna be filled with a lot of cameos from past X-Men films, which is very awesome. If you guys have seen the X-Men films or have not seen the X-Men films, I would highly suggest to check them out or just look them up, see who was there, like certain scenes perhaps. But I mean, I gotta say, the whole X-Men franchise that 20th Century Fox did, I think they did a pretty good job. Minus the last film, perhaps. The last two films, but I think overall they did a really good job, and I liked them. I enjoyed them, and as, of course, Hugh Jackman being the star, being the big role of Wolverine, and a great role. I think an irreplaceable role that I don't think anybody else would fill the boots of Mr. Wolverine, and I don't think ever will. So we'll see. But in that aspect, guys, I will say that the film looks really good. A lot of action scenes, a lot of fast-paced action, a lot of cameos, a lot of great Deadpool and Wolverine moments. They will fight each other as well. That looks really cool. And there's going to be a lot of issues with the whole TVA and the big villain in this movie. And now moving on to the premise of the film, and this is how it goes. The Time Variant Authority, TVA, a bureaucratic organization that exists outside of time and space and monitors the timeline, pulls Wade Wilson, Deadpool, from his quiet life and sets him on a mission with Wolverine that will change the history of the MCU, or the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Though, guys, this is my theory, or just the way I see this playing out really quick, at least from everything we saw after Deadpool 2 with the timeline jump, or just the way, I guess, the time traveling wristband thing that he uses to go into different times and fix certain things that happen, right, in the second one. And of course, the TVA, if you guys don't know the TVA, there's a whole series, in this case, the Loki series, pretty much talks about and showcases what's going on with that in Loki Season 1 and Season 2. Though, now going back to this film, I feel like that's what's going to be the issue there with Deadpool. That's why they go to him, and after, it's maybe a little bit after he fixes everything that he does in the second film, they see that, and of course that's a no-no, that's not good, and so they take him away, but they also see that he could be of help when it comes to the big issue, the big villain, and of course they need help from Wolverine, but they can't, he doesn't seem like he wants to help. So who can they use? Of course, this one dude that can pretty much regenerate his whole body, Deadpool. And so they see that he's trying to do good, I guess, but it is all in a bad way for the TVA. So they pull him out and say, hey, we see what you're doing here. We can fix it and help you out, but we need your help to help and rack in Mr. Wolverine and help us out, and then we'll give you your happy end and your happy life back. Something like that. That's how I see it. And of course they go out and they work together and they go through all these different timelines and maybe even he helps fix Wolverine's world. Who knows what will happen at the end. I really hope we get to see the X-Men timeline, or at least the original timeline, maybe saved, perhaps, maybe, but most likely we might not. I mean, maybe we'll see Wolverine, maybe more versions of Wolverine as well, of course, because different timelines, right? So we'll see what happens with this version of Wolverine, like the one we're seeing in this screen right now, and the one we've seen throughout the film. Who knows if we'll see more of him, or maybe we will not, and this version of Wolverine will be gone at the end of the film. And the Deadpool, though, that we see with Ryan Reynolds will keep going, and he will be brought into the MCU officially, and I feel like that's going to be the biggest change, that we're going to see Deadpool and a bunch of other characters being brought into the MCU finally. Now, guys, this is very exciting because we have, of course, the starring roles and, of course, the cameo roles that will be popping up, and maybe ones that we don't even know that will show up. It's like secretly, who knows? But we have the roles here of course, Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds. We have Wolverine, Hugh Jackman. The villain, we have Emma Corrin. She will be jumping into this movie as Cassandra Nova, a mutant with telekinetic and telepathic powers, who is the twin sister of Charles Xavier. Ooh, very exciting to see how that goes down, and especially all the stuff that Deadpool will definitely say for sure. But we also have, of course, Morena Baccarin reprising her role. We have Rob Delaney. We have Leslie Uggams, we have Karen Sony, and Matthew McFadden. So we have that list of actors, the starring roles right there, but we also have some comebacks from the past Deadpool series, or Deadpool films. We have Negasonic Teenage Warhead, of course, coming back as well, and how can we forget Colossus, coming back as well too. Yukio, which is the friend and girlfriend of Negasonic Teenage Warhead, and we also have Randall Reeder as Buck, Louis Tan as Shatterstar, which was the member of X-Force. Okay, can't forget X-Force, guys. From the second film, was a lot of fun to see, and well, a lot of crazy stuff happened that you can check out if you look it up. But I totally forgot about that part. But guys, we see Ant-Man, the whole body of Ant-Man being the base of the enemy, which is very crazy already. That's insane to say. But you can see the skull and the whole body still being there. We don't know if it's our Ant-Man or just, the Ant-Man that we know of, Scott Lang, or if it could be a different version of Ant-Man. But the point is, it's Ant-Man, and Ant-Man is there, and literally the whole dead bodies there as well. But now moving on to the special cameos, of course, actors that will be coming back from the X-Men series, past X-Men series, and just in general. And of course, that's not counting the secret roles that we might see throughout this film that are being hush-hushed, right? But one that I'm very excited to see again is Mr. Aaron Stanford coming back as Pyro. And I'm crossing my fingers and really, really hoping to see a confrontation between him and Iceman. That'd be so cool. But that's just me. I love the fight between both of them, and I love Iceman, the actor who plays Iceman as well. But now moving on to the next couple characters here, we get to see in the shot as well. I'm not counting this shot, but they're in the shot too. Elektra Nachos, played by Jennifer Gardner, will come back as well. It's already confirmed from the Daredevil 2003 film, and of course the later film that comes out a couple years later is the Elektra. Of course, she played Elektra in 2005. Now moving on to Dogpool. Also saw Dogpool and Deadpool together in a different shot, and now we also have Alioth, which, if you guys have not seen Loki, just spoilers, Alioth is in Loki, so check out Loki to get ready for Deadpool and Wolverine. But yes, Alioth will come back as well. I did get to see that really quick shot of that. We also have different mutants of Sabretooth. We have Toad, Lady Deathstrike, who we can see right in the middle left of this shot, which is awesome to see back. We have Azazel to the middle right, which is crazy cool to see again, because I know a lot of people love them in the X-Men First Class. It sucks that we didn't get to see them again, but those are the ones we get to see here from this shot, so it's cool. And of course a bunch of other ones next to Toad, or the fourth from the left middle of the shot. That is another character that was in, I think it was the third X-Men film, and I think there's another one to the third right middle. I think it's another character from another X-Men film, but we'll see who shows up here. I mean, like I said, there's gonna be a lot of different cameos, guys. Very excited to see all these characters and actors coming back. I mean, even for a little bit, it's still very exciting to see, and we'll see what happens with this whole movie and the, of course, action sequences and what happens with the worlds. Because, of course, if you guys did not see another shot, is that the 20th century is dying. Of course, they fused all those films, and the whole world is, available to us, or at least in the MCU, except we have not seen the MCU bringing in X-Men until now. Literally right now. I think this is the biggest example and preview that we've seen of the X-Men, or just X-Men in general, being thrown in to and mixed in with the MCU, which is very, very exciting to see. And I'm looking forward, of course, to any future X-Men film. Of course, this is counting only live action, not cartoons or animated, because we do have the X-Men, I believe 97, hyping crazy hype with that show. Awesome stuff. What I'm talking about is the live action MCU, and for right now, this is really, really big and very, very exciting. This is the shot I was talking about with Dogpool and Deadpool together, and you see Mr. Hugh Jackman, Wolverine in the back, kind of not liking maybe a little bit of disgust here, but the doggy licking Deadpool's face.
Sequence? Who knows if you live or die? Let's fucking go!
Let's fucking go.
And this shot right here is pretty important as well, because we do get to see Deadpool and Wolverine jumping through a portal. And this could be a Doctor Strange portal, or just somebody, a magic portal, which we've seen being used by Doctor Strange, Wong, and so forth. Different characters, right? But I know a lot of people did say that during the shots, right before they jump, they're about to get ready to jump, we do see the villain of the film right next to them. So some people are saying that it's her, that she opened it, but we don't know. We don't exactly know who opened it, but they're jumping through the portal, and they'll jump through, and yeah, where are they going? Who knows? This could be the end scene of the film, maybe. Who knows? But very excited to see where this goes and how the magic gets mixed in with this whole movie. And for the final thing to talk about here in this final shot, because this whole shot's going to be so cool to see on the big screen, but yeah, that's going to be it for this Let's Watch / Talk, guys, and I can't wait to see Wolverine. I think that's a big selling point for the film, of course, and Deadpool. You can't neglect Deadpool, guys, because a lot of people love Deadpool, and that was a big discussion and talking point because they were saying, how will Deadpool fit into the MCU? MCU is very baby PG, right? And granted, the last, I will say, year and a half, maybe even 2 years of films, very hand-selected amount of films from the MCU, or in this case Marvel, have been pretty good, or just good or great, maybe even, I'll even say that. But most of the films, not shows, but films, have been not so great. I think when it comes to money, they succeed somewhat, but overall, the quality side has not been great. So this movie will definitely cement a different change or an upgrade here when it comes to the films, because to the MCU films, because this film is, I think this is the only film coming out this year, and so that gives them time to work on the other films that will come out next year. Next year we're going to have quite a handful of films versus this year being only one movie, I think, maybe even one more movie later this year, but I think this is like their break, to fix the quality, fix up the next couple films, leading on to the future of the Avenger films and whatnot. But guys, that's going to be it for this video. I'm very much looking forward to see Captain Deadpool. Oh, sorry, Mr. Deadpool. No, it's just Deadpool, okay? Just Deadpool and Wolverine. I can't wait to see Wolverine and the cameos, the classic characters and villains and whatnot. I'm super stoked to see Pyro again and just whoever else shows up, because guys, they're showing us quite a lot, of different characters and cameos, right? And ones, of course, that we do know of that we have not seen yet in the trailer, because they're not going to do that. But once we do get to see them on the screen, it's going to be super hype. And that's not counting, like I said already, the secret ones that will the surprise appearances. I can't wait, guys, but that is it. We'll cover more, guys, when they release a trailer number 2. Most likely that'll be coming out, say May, maybe first week of June, to hype everybody up for July, the following month. So we'll see, guys, but that's going to be it. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. If you guys want to talk about this whole film, let's talk about it in the comments below. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot. Again, there's so much to talk about here and different characters to see. But again, we'll see what happens at the end of this film and how they'll change it. My theory goes as with the Deadpool being brought into the MCU. That's a big change already. So we'll see, guys. But that's it. Take care, guys. Stay amazing. I'll see y'all with the next one.